Hey Virgo, welcome to your How Do They Feel About You reading. I hope everyone's feeling amazing. Thank you for the love, support and beautiful energy you bring to soul members. I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you. And if you're new to the channel, if you're new to soul members and you've just stumbled across this video today, welcome. My name is Andrea. I hope you find something within this reading helpful and thank you for stopping by. So Virgo, how do they feel about you? What are they thinking? What are they going to do about it? Are all things I'm going to be looking at today and channeling energy on, as well as what guidance spirit has for you that will best help you navigate through this space. Of course, if the reading resonates and if you'd like to do so, we all have free will. But to start off with Virgo, what we're going to have a look at and see is who I'm connecting with, who this message is for. How can I be of service to Virgo? Sorry, I just finished Taurus's reading. How can I be of service to Virgo? Virgo, how do they feel about Virgo? How does Virgo feel? Ooh, home. I'm coming home, coming home. And you know what's interesting? As that song came to as that song came to me, I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. I'm looking at this letter that this lady is holding in her hand. So I feel like there's been a lot of communication, maybe through different social media platforms or email or I don't think anyone writes letters anymore, but hey, who knows? And I feel that there's been some distance between the two of you, Virgo, and that's about to change. They're coming to you. There's been a decision here that's been made about them coming back to you. Maybe there's been some distance between the two of you that has been out of both of your control, or maybe this is about, you know, there's been a distance that was taken intentionally, right? But now there's this realization that I just want to go back to my Virgo. I want to go back home. So let's have a look and see. I'm going to read the definition from the book for you, Virgo. I love the way Ina has put these definitions for each card together in this book with an action to do that's really, really helpful. So let's have a look and see. How do you keep recreating home? In the context of this teaching, let's use the word home to describe your unconscious ability to attract intimate partners with the positive and negative qualities your parents instilled in you. This card honors the wounded child in you that keeps recreating home, hoping to get your childhood developmental codependency needs met. You might even provoke the other to act or look like your original parent. In a world where so many of our natural emotions were not encouraged and worse yet suppressed, you are now encouraged to feel the feelings trapped inside you and that consistently sabotage your life. For some of us, home was an amazing, empowering and happy place, but most of us, it was lacking. There was unease and hurt. This is imprinted on your nervous system, which forces the dysfunction you had with your parents to rise to the surface with your current partner and people close to you. So Virgo, what I'm getting for you here is that I'm feeling that there was intentional space taken and that there's been a decision made or it's about to happen, and those that this reading resonates with will know that this is a decision that is actually on the horizon, a discussion that's about to take place about someone coming back to you. And what is really highlighted for me here is, you know, learn from what didn't work with this person in the past. What is your responsibility to take and work through to improve this relationship, so this space is not needed to be taken again, where you feel that you need to recreate home within someone else, but take those same patterns. So this is a time that an opportunity is offered for you to see which aspects you feel can be improved upon that will allow an interdependent relationship to take place rather than a codependent one, where healthy energy exchange is and growth and opportunity is available to both of you, both within the union and individually, rather than, I guess, feeding off each other to sustain growth, to fulfill, to complete. That's the type of energy that I'm feeling. If there is some sort of a lack of a confidence here when it comes to, acceptance, when it comes to validation, depending on what your attachment style is, for example, if you're an anxious attachment style that requires someone that's constantly in communication, think about how that has manifested within you through the relationship you had with those close to you, with your family or your parents, or however it was for you, whatever your situation was. And are you basing this anxious attachment style, are you, I guess, projecting it onto others to help you feel secure and safe? Because if so, it could be what is actually dividing, or it's, I guess, preventing you from really accepting a loving relationship in your life. Because as you anxiously try to, seek that validation, acceptance, it pushes the other person further away in some cases. So let's have a look at what the action is here for you. Maybe your guardian's faces didn't show you love through the vital stage of development. Maybe there was abandonment or abuse. Have courage now to feel where that frozen pain is stored and grieve. Use music, photos, movement and memories to connect with your inner child. Touch your body to intensify the sensations you are experiencing with the intention of releasing stuck emotions. An evolved partner or friend can role play with you by offering you a non-judgmental and kind gaze as you express your story or feelings. Then your partner can play the role of your parent and tell you that you are lovable. Spend time communicating with the little you and be gentle and loving. So what I'm getting here for you, Virgo, is if this is definitely on the horizon, this is coming back together, even if this is about a new relationship, okay, that you are building with someone, really being able to have a look at the feelings that have been frozen, that pain that's been frozen and stored within you. Lean into those emotions and acknowledge them and explore them. And, really try and connect with them. Let them hold space within you. And nurture them. Tell them that they are safe. They no longer need to feel particular ways. You've got them now. So those are the Virgos that I'm connecting with at this time. Let's have a look and see, though, how this is affecting this relationship, situationship, new partnership on the horizon. What are they feeling? What are they thinking? Let's have a look and see. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, okay. So what I'm getting here for you, Virgo, is that this person actually feels, and it's a really interesting energy that the two of you share, because you may feel that you have been abandoned or orphaned, or to some degree there is some sort of rejection that has taken place. throughout this distance with this person, there are certain realizations here that have taken place, basically. This person also mirrors that same thing. So the emotions that you feel are what they're experiencing. The emotions that you experienced, or the traumas or the experiences that you had that led you to this point where the two of you have now, I guess, taken some space, is also mirrored in them. They also felt in this time a sense of loss. They feel that they don't really belong. They didn't belong. They didn't have that sense of belonging with you. They didn't have that sense of belonging to anything or anyone. They at this time feel like they can't identify with friends or the community. And even because of this situation, this is something I feel that both of you share. Both of you were unable to reach that intimate sense of belonging to each other. There is this element here that the two of you are connecting on what I've previously heard as wound mates, where there is this recognition through these past experiences, through that pain and the trauma, that allows the two of you to have this deep understanding on an emotional level of what it's like. However, both of you need to be able to work on yourselves independently to rise above certain things to allow for this growth to take place. That's why this space was so needed. However, in saying all of that, they feel most at home with you because there is that sense of familiarity. There is that sense of recognition through the same experiences and the wounds that the two of you shared. Some may call this toxic. What I would call this is a safe haven for an opportunity for the two of you to identify which of those traumas from the past have severely impeded upon, being able to have an intimate sense of belonging to someone. You both share this understanding and patience with each other. And so there is space here for both of you to work on yourselves and support each other as you rise above that. And really being conscious of that growth, of really being conscious of establishing new patterns and behaviors, of knowing that it's a safe place, not taking things personally, that understanding that this is the trauma or the wound that is protecting them, and so they lash out in ways of maybe anger, reclusiveness, isolation. It depends on the situation. So that's what this offers, an opportunity for both of you to be authentically yourselves in your current what you're currently experiencing, and feel safe enough to support each other and work through this and rise above it. But it's going to take you to really focus on being in the here and now. Really focus on being in the present moment, not worrying about what tomorrow brings, and really trying to pull yourself out of the past. Really identify those triggers that cause you to go into that sympathetic nervous response, that fight, flight, freeze response that causes us to go into protective mode. Identify with it and say, okay, this is because of my past. It is not what is happening now. I'm safe now. I'm safe to let down my guard and explore this space. So being mindful and very much aware, being very, very in tune with what you're feeling in that moment, exercising that awareness on a daily basis and working towards, rising above it rather than surrendering to it. So let's have a look and see a little bit deeper now how this person is feeling and thinking. Okay, so they really do feel that you were very much in a protective state, that they weren't able to really connect with you on an intimate level. And you felt the same, I'm getting here, Virgo. They found that when the two of you, I guess, faced difficult situations or were challenged or triggering each other, that you became very impartial, very evaluating. You completely disconnected from the emotion, and all your decisions were made from a logical space. And because this person, like yourself, in that moment lacked the nurturing and the love, or had had feelings of abandonment from their past or rejection, they felt that you were rejecting them also. So they were triggering you, and you would go into your defense mode by shutting down and shutting off your heart space, and they would feel that rejection. And then when you needed that, they would respond in a way that made you feel like you were being shut out. And this is where that lack of that intimate sense of belonging came from. And so they feel that you definitely tried to control this situation. You were, your worry and your fears were causing you to, I guess, play it safe to a degree. Even if you really wanted to build a connection, you'll need to control it. You'll need to put your standards first, was ultimately the reason why they felt that they weren't able to do anything here. They weren't able to make a difference in your life. The good thing here is, though, that, you know what, this realization, them coming back to you, a conversation that's going to take place, they're moving out of that energy and they're moving towards, planning for the future, seeing things with a brighter view, a lot more clarity, focusing on how to build this rather than what's preventing it from being built. So putting themselves in that vibration of the solution is where they're at now, whereas before they were in the vibration of the issue and the obstacles. So they are in a place right now, Virgo, where they feel that instead of coming to you and feel that you are shutting them out, they're willing to be resourceful and think about different ways that they can approach you so that they can allow you to feel safe enough that you're at home, that you can drop those boundaries. And they seek the same. This is the thing, they seek the same in return. So let's have a look and see what guidance spirit has for you on what's the best way to navigate through this. So if this reading resonates, guys, and you'd like to reach out for your own personal reading on how you can work through these traumas, feel free to reach out. I would love to help you work through it. My contact details are in the description box below. All right, let's have a look and see. Interesting. So Spirit's message here is don't make any hasty decisions, basically. That's what I'm getting. For you to continue to feel centered and protected and to protect your energy, Virgo, and make sure you're making the right decision, there is an element here that healing needs to take place. So we've already identified that. But when they do come in, rather than going in with an argument, rather than being reactive or responsive in that moment, just take it in. Allow yourself the opportunity to take it in, see things from different perspectives. Just hold back. Allow them the opportunity to express. Allow them the opportunity to speak. Stay in that present moment. Stay with them on what they're actually saying, what they want to achieve. They're thinking about movement in the future. Don't take yourself back to what prevented it in the past. Just focus on the here and now and take that information away. Think about how you will position yourself to move into the future with them, if that's something you would like to do, Virgo. Feel protected, but yet still be open to be giving of love and to be receiving of it. So the only way they will feel safe to express how they truly feel on a heart level is if you don't respond with everything that went wrong, and you just allow them to speak, and you take it in and you really think about it, and you respond when you're ready on what your standards are, how you're willing to maneuver through it, embrace it, but yet still protect yourself. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below. Really love reading your comments and just your stories. It helps me connect with whoever's on the other side of this camera. Have a fantastic month, and I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye Virgo.